Yes, good morning to all of you. Yes, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. What we have studied in the last class? What we have started? Just a minute. Yes. What we have started? Yes. Can you tell me what we have started? Yes. I'm asking to you only. In the last class, we have started with the building components. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So in the building components, we have completed the entire cross section of the wall. Okay. So can you recall what all you have studied? So the structure is divided into two parts. First of all, okay. What are the two parts? Substructure and superstructure. Okay. What is substructure? Yes, the part of the structure which is below the ground level is called as substructure, and the part of the structure which is above the ground level is called as superstructure. Is it correct, all of you? Yes. I want response from the students who are there in the online.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you have to give response. No, why you are not responding? Okay. What are the different substructure components? What are the different substructure components? Your foundation.
Foundation,
Next,
plinth,
next is
plinth,
plinth. Next, DPC, DPC. Okay. So all these are substructure components. What are the superstructure components? Wall,
wall, column,
beam, column, slab,
door,
door, windows.
Window
Exam.
sill.
Next,
floor.
lintel, sill, parapet. All these are the parts of the superstructure. Okay, we have studied each and every component in detail. Okay, what is the definition of that part, and what is the function of that part, and what that part is made up of which material we have seen. Correct, na? Okay, and coming to the different types of the foundations. So what is foundation? First of all, can you tell me? Foundation is a part of the structure which transfers the loads of the entire structure to the ground or soil. Okay, that is the function of the foundation. Again, this foundation is classified basically two types. One is shallow foundation and another one is deep foundation. So what is shallow foundation? What is shallow foundation? The breadth of the tell me. Yes, breadth is greater than depth. Okay, or depth is smaller than the breadth. Then that is called as shallow foundation. If at all depth is greater than the depth breadth, then that is called as deeper foundation. Okay, okay. Coming to this foundation. See, so just I will try one simple diagram. So आपको समझ में आएगा. Yes, is it visible? Whatever I am writing, is the screen visible to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now this is the ground level. Okay. So this is the ground level. Next. So the term, whatever I am writing here, this is the width of the foundation and this is the depth of the foundation. Now, by looking at the figure, this is depth of the foundation is written as DF. Okay, and breadth of the foundation it is written as B. Okay, so by looking at the figure, tell me whether the depth is greater than the width or smaller than the width. Smaller. D is smaller than the width, of the footing. Correct? So in this case, if the depth of the foundation is smaller than the width of the foundation, then that is called as it is shallow foundation. If at all, this depth of the foundation is greater than the width of the foundation, then that is called as it is deep foundation. It is called as it is deep foundation. Depth is greater than the width. So when we are providing the isolate, that is the shallow foundation, and when we are providing the deep foundation, if the SBC means safe bearing capacity of the soil is good or high, and load coming on the foundation is low. It is low. Okay, SPC is good and load coming is small, then we can prefer the shallow foundation. If at all the soil is having weak soil, okay, the load bearing capacity of the soil is less, in that case we are going for the deep foundation by giving some treatment to the foundation. Okay, this one we have studied in the last class, correct? Again, this shallow foundation is divided into different parts. Okay, you have seen basically foundation is divided into shallow foundation and deep foundation. Again, this shallow foundation is divided into different. First one is isolated footing, or it is also called as column footing. It means a particular footing is provided only for the column. Okay, that's why it is called as isolated footing. Okay, in the isolated footing there are different types. One is single footing, stepped footing, and slope footing. Then there is a wall footing or strip footing. Okay, it means the foundation is laid along the length of the wall. It is called as strip footing. Okay, this may be the multiple choice question. The foundation which is provided throughout the length of the continuous structure is called a strip footing. Then, if at all, there is a column. Okay, there is a column which is, think that this is one column. Okay, and think that this is one column. Okay, if I give the individual footing, this much is the individual footing required, and if I provide the individual footing, this much is the individual footing required for the second column. There is overlapping, correct now? So in order to avoid this overlapping, what we are doing, we are going for the combined footing. We are going for the combined footing for these two. Okay, so when the load is high, when the spacing of the column is less, in that case we are going for the combined footing. Again, this combined footing, there are two types. One is rectangular combined footing and one more is trapezoidal combined footing. Okay, so when we have to provide the rectangular and when we have to provide the trapezoidal. So that is depending on your loading condition. If at all this load is small, less as compared to this load, then we can go for here the width is less, here the width is more. Okay. If at all you are getting both columns are almost same, then we can go for the rectangular footing. Is it clear? By looking at this figure, which type of footing it is? Rectangular footing. समझ में आ गए सभी को? Yes, students.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. We have discussed this one also. Continuous footing. It means the foundation which is given for more than 3 columns. Okay, it is continuous. See, from the figure you can see that the footing is continuous. Correct? So that's why it is called as continuous footing. Okay. In the last class we have studied this also. Mat foundation. See, if at all you are having a soil is weak. Okay, soil is weak. Okay, and here there is one column. Okay, here you are having multiple columns. Okay, in order to provide the individual columns, it is difficult. Okay, footing for the individual column is difficult. So what they will do, they will excavate from this point to this point, from starting to end. Okay, they will excavate full, and they will place the reinforcement cage. They will place reinforcement cage, entire reinforcement cage they will place. Afterwards, they will place that is your column place, and this is called as mat. The foundation is called as mat foundation. See in the figure. In the figure they have written. Okay, they have excavated pura, correct, and they have placed your reinforcement cage throughout the excavated site, and they have placed the column. Correct. So after this column, they will keep the foundation for the entire block. That's why it's called as raft foundation, or it is also called as mat foundation. See, a raft foundation is a combined footing which covers the entire area beneath a structure and supports all the walls and columns. समझ में आया? So raft foundation is provided entire area beneath the columns and walls. What is the difference between the combined footing and raft footing? In the combined footing, we are giving the footing only for the columns, between two columns, correct? Whereas in the mat foundation, we are providing the foundation for the entire area. Okay. Then what is the difference between the that is a continuous footing and the mat footing? In the continuous footing, we are providing the footing for the continuous columns and wall, not for the area. Okay. In the mat foundation, we are providing for the entire area. Is it clear, all of you? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting my points?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next. So when raft foundations are useful? When it is useful? Raft foundations are suitable when the building loads are heavy. Okay. Whatever column loads are coming, if the loads is very heavy. If you go for the 10-story building, 20-story building, whether the load is high or low? Yes, load is high or low?
Hi.
High. Okay. So in that case, what they are doing, they will excavate all your area. Okay. They will place entire mesh. Okay. And after meshing, they will erect the columns. When the loads are very heavy, then allowable soil pressure is small. When the soil pressure, whatever the SBC of the soil is less, in that case, we are going for the raft foundation. Then individual load footings would require more than the half of the building area. Okay, if at all there is a column, this column requires foundation area is more than the half of the area, then we are going for the raft foundation. In highly compressible soil, yes, a highly compressible soil is nothing but it is a weak soil. Okay, whenever soil comes in contact with the water, the soil get compressed. Okay, as a result, there is a settlement in the foundation. There is a settlement in the entire structure. As a result, there is a cracks appears in the structure. If the cracks appears on the structure, it means the structure is going to collapse. It is under failure. That's why whenever there is a weak soil, we are providing the mat foundation. Then weak spots and loose pockets in the soil are suspected. Okay, if this is the soil, okay, structure, if this is the entire area, so in this area, if there is any this spot, okay, this pocket is having weak soil. If this pocket is having weak soil, if this pocket is having weak soil, okay, in that case, we are removing entire soil. We are placing a mat foundation. Okay, so till now you have studied shallow foundation, that is isolated footing, there is a combined footing, there is a continuous footing, there is a mat footing, correct? Now there is a grillage foundation. It means whenever if you want to construct a steel structure column, okay, so in that case the foundation is made up of the steel beams. See, when the column carries a heavy structural load which are to be transferred to the soil of low bearing capacity, grillage foundation is found to be very suitable. It is adopted for the factories, town halls and theaters. The total load of the column is transmitted over a larger area by means of steel beams. This is very, very important, known as grillage beams. The base plate of the required thickness is provided between the columns and tire. Okay, I will show the figure, you will come to know. See, this is the grillage foundation. There is a column, correct? There is a column here. So for this column, the soil is weak. Okay, the structurally heavy. Okay, the load is coming, it is very high. So what they will do, they will put the foundation base, and over that they will keep the steel beam. Again they will keep the steel beam. Again they will keep the steel beam. Over that the steel column is erected. So if you want, you can see here only. Okay, there is a step by step iron. Okay, steel mesh is there. Over that there is a column. So this greenish foundation is provided for the very high loads and weak soil, SBC soil. Okay, and these grillages are made by the steel beams. Check it. These are adopted for the factories. So most of the factories are made up of steel structures, correct? Most of the factories are made up of steel structures, and in that case they are providing. The total load of the column is transmitted over a larger area by means of steel beams known as grillage beams. So now we are coming to the deep foundation. Okay, what is deep foundation? Depth of the foundation is greater than width of the foundation. Okay, the foundations having very large depth as compared to the width are called as deep foundation. So in the deep foundation there are two parts. One is pile foundation and one more is well foundation. So what is this pile foundation means? This is a piles are long slender members driven into the ground or cast at a site. Pile foundations are common where the soil conditions are unfavorable for the use of the shallow foundation. Consider this is an area. Okay, this is the area. The soil is having very weak soil. Soil is having very weak soil. In that case, the isolated footing is very difficult to provide. Isolated footing is very difficult to provide because the soil is having compressible soil. In that case, what you have to do, you have to provide the pile foundation. What is pile? Pile is a long structural member, long slender members driven into the ground or cast at the site. Pile foundations are commonly where the soil is conditions are unfavorable for the use of the shallow foundation. See how they are made up of. So think that this is a soil. Okay, under this soil, these are the pile. This is the pile. This is the pile. Okay, so this is the pile. Okay, they are the slender long column. I will show the figure. You will come to know. And where the pile foundations are provided. Suitability for pile foundation. When the loose foundation soil but a hard strata available at a deeper depth. Consider this is a ground level. Okay, this is ground level. The soil is having weak soil up to some depth. Okay, after this one there is a hard soil. Okay, so if you are providing the foundation only in this case, there is a settlement occurs. So that's why you have to provide a pile foundation till the soil gets hard. Okay, so this is pile foundation. Heavy dead load and live loads. If the load on the structure is very heavy, in that case you have to go for the pile foundation. Near seashore or a river bed where scouring actions of the water occurs. Near this foundation, if there is a river is flowing, okay, when the river is flowing, in that case this soil is almost it is in contact with the water. Okay, so in that case there is a chance that soil get compressed. Okay, there is a chance that the building get settled. इसके लिए हम क्या करते हैं? We have to provide the pile foundation. Then position of the water table is likely to fluctuate appreciably. If at all you are considering this is the ground level. Okay, so in the ground level, in the ground there is water, correct? This is the position of the groundwater table. After some time, after 1 month or 15 days, there is a position of the groundwater table. It may come at the rainy season, it may come to the ground level also. So if there is a fluctuation of the your water table, then what you have to do? You have to go to the pile foundation. Then canals or deep drainage lines are nearby. If there is a canal or deep drainage is moving nearby the foundation, then you have to provide the deep foundation. Is it clear? Yes. This is the piles. These are the piles. See, the entire area is excavated. Okay, they have constructed, correct? So there is a depth of 10 feet. There is a depth of 15 feet. There is a depth of the 20 feet also. 20, 30 feet also. That is foundation depth. Okay, they will see from the ground is the, this is your ground level. Is it visible, everyone? This is
Yes,
ground
sir.
level. See the column depth is foundation का depth कहाँ पर है? So this is the depth of the foundation. This is the depth of the foundation. This is soil. This is soil. Okay, soil here. There is a soil here. Here what is there? Clay is there. Here what is there? Whenever there is a clay, whenever there is sand and clay, we are providing a pile foundation. See, in the previous foundations, you have seen the width was very large, correct? Width was very large and depth was small. Now depth, consider the depth. How much is the depth? Depth is larger or width of the foundation is large? Depth is large. Depth is larger, very, very large as compared to the width. Then it is called as deep foundation. And it is called as pile foundation because these are piles. What is piles? These are long, slender columns. Okay. Is it understood, everyone? Okay. What is the shape of the pile foundation? Your shape will be circular only. It is not a square because you see this is a ground. So you have to dig the 10 feet below the ground level. How to dig? Is it possible to dig in a rectangular or square? No, you have to dig in a circular manner only. Okay, this is the circular manner. And there is one of the objective question. Okay, that will be asked for the higher level. I don't know about your level, but you should remember this also. Okay. The minimum number of bars which are used in the columns, that is for the circular is it is 6. It is 6. Okay, it is for the 6. Whereas for the rectangular or the square column, it is for the 4. Okay, you have to remember this one. Okay, how many number of columns are bars are used in the rectangular column? Minimum bars for the rectangular. Yes.
4.
4.
Minimum bars for the rectangular or square column is 4. How many number of bars are used in case of the circular column?
6.
It is 6. Okay, so you should remember this point, all of you. Then one more is under reamed file. See, okay, so if at all the soil is very weak, the soil is very weak in soil. So what they will do, they will extract and they will provide one bulb here. They will provide this bulb. This bulb is called as under reamed file. Under reamed file, because whenever a high load will come, okay, in that case the structure should not settle, the column or foundation should not settle. That's why this will provide the offers the negative skin friction type. Okay, you will study that one. See, under reamed piles, under reamed piles are most and economical foundation in case of the black cotton soil. What is black cotton soil? The soil which is in black is called as black cotton. So whatever soil you are seeing surrounding your area near your farm, खेत में रहते ना, that is called as BC soil. BC मतलब black cotton soil. Okay. So in that black cotton soil, it is preferable to provide the under-rimmed pile foundation. In the under-rimmed piles these are the concrete piles having a bulb-shaped enlargement near the base. Near the base, there is a bulb-shaped boundary. See, this is a pile. Okay, so near the base, there is a bulb shape. Near there is a bulb shape like this. This is called as under-rimmed pile. A pile having one bulb is called as single under-rimmed pile. If the bulb is having more than the one, okay, then that is called as multiple bulbs. So these under-rimmed piles are of two types. One is pre-cast under-reamed piles and one more is cast in situ under-reamed pile. Pre-cast means at the laboratory. Okay, these piles are casted. These piles are casted at the laboratory. At the cast in situ means if this is a site, they will dig this one and they will directly pour the concrete here. That is called as cast in situ piles. What is the difference between the pre-cast and cast in situ? Pre-cast means they have casted before placing on the ground on the laboratory. Okay, they will cast, they will cure, and afterwards they will pick and they will put at the ground. Cast in situ means they will cast at the site only. So they will open the ground, they will dig the holes, and they will pour the concrete. That is called as cast in situ. Okay, see the diagrams you can come to know. Under-reamed pile foundation. Okay, so here what is this one? This is the ground level. So this is depth of the pile. This is having only one bulb, correct? So this is called as single bulb cast in situ. Cast in situ. It means where this is casted, it is casted at the site. It is the site. That's why it is called as cast in situ. Okay. Next, how many bulbs are there in this one? There are 3. So 3 under-reamed piles. That's why it's called as multiple bulb piles. Multiple piles. Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then, so you have seen pile foundation and under-reamed pile. Okay. In the pile there is a simple pile foundation or there is a under-reamed pile. So if at all I am going at the water, okay, so in the water always the soil is in contact with the water. So how to provide the foundation for in the water structures? Suppose there is a bridge. Okay, bridges, where there is a bridge across the river. Okay, so there is a chance that you have to provide the 100-meter width bridge. There is a chance that you have to provide a 500-meter. There is a chance that you have to provide the kilometer bridge also. Okay, in that case there is a multiple columns are there inside the water. So how to provide the columns? Okay, that foundation is called as Kaizen foundation, or it is also called as well foundation. Well foundation or Kaizen foundation. The word Kaizen is a French word meaning it is box. It is box. Kaizen means box. In civil engineering, Kaizen is defined as a watertight structure. Watertight means within this one water will not come. Watertight it is. Structure made up of wood or steel or RCC constructed for foundations involving the underwater construction. Yes, this is important. Underwater construction. So well foundation or the Kaizen foundations are provided for the underwater construction. Is it clear, all of you? Huh?
Yes, sir.
So wood is there is a wood. Okay, so in this box, no, we'll see. There's a chance to use the wood for also. We'll see. Okay, so in the box Kaizen, again there is a well Kaizen and pneumatic Kaizen. These are the types of well foundation. That is box Kaizen, well foundation, and pneumatic Kaizen. Okay, these are the types of the foundation. So wood it is not an ordinary wood. It is very strong wood, and that wood is treated like it is coated by the epoxy and all. वो कोट करके यूज करने का, नॉर्मली डायरेक्ट यूज नहीं करने का. ओके, अभी देखो शिप है, शिप इज मेड अप ऑफ wood, correct? That wood is always in contact with the water, correct? So that wood is treated. Water that will not engulf the water. Okay, that will not absorb the water. Okay, so ऐसे wood use करते हैं. See, this is the foundation. Okay, what they will do, first of all they will go to the water. First of all, in the ship they will go to the water, and there is a box. This is box like structure. Okay, this is called as well foundation. Okay, this is called a well foundation. They will go in and they will immersed. They will immerse in the ground. Okay, afterwards they will remove the cap and people will go inside. Whatever water is there inside this one, they will remove. Okay, so here there is open रहते पहले. Okay, they will remove the water continuously and they will extract. They will apply the force and they will dig into the ground. See here, this is the foundation. Okay, this entire is foundation. Whatever it is there, it is entire is foundation. So नीचे जो है ना openings, these are the opened. So they will go and they will immerse into the water. As they immerse, due to the heavy weight, that will sink into the ground. ऐसे सिंक होते जो नीचे इसमें अंडर वाटर रहता है ना, वाटर इज रिमूव आउट and again they will sink into the ground. Whatever, if this is a ground water, this is water level, so beneath this one there is a ground, correct? So entire your well is driven into the ground. Okay, they will driven into the ground. They will driven into the ground. Afterwards, there is a foundations are made here. Okay, these are the foundations. Okay, afterwards, these are the foundation they will erect. These are the foundation they will erect, and over that one, the bridge is constructed. It is very very costly because you are doing the work under the water. Okay, because you have to construct a such. See here, this is the plan for the foundation. What they will do? First of all, they will take the entire box. They will take the entire box. In that box, they will make the, this is one box, this is one box, this is one box. Okay, this is one box, this one box. Okay, this is already this is, they will cast. Okay, concrete में they will go and they will immerse. See here it is water है, पूरा water रहता है इधर तक. बाद में इधर से इधर क्या है? Water soil है. See this is soil, correct? Soil है. So entire your structure is immersed till your soil, till to attach the or strike on the soil. Okay. These are the Kaizen foundation. Okay, only just you have to remember. So in the foundation, there are two types, correct? One is shallow foundation and one more is well foundation. Well, when shallow foundations are provided, when the SPC is good. When deep foundations are provided, when the SBC is low. Okay, and definition you should know. If the breadth is more, then shallow foundation. If the depth is more, then it is well foundation. Okay, and types of foundation you should know. Type of deep foundation you should know. Huh? Deep. क्या बोले? Deep ज्यादा ही दो. That is called a T foundation. Yes. Huh. Yes. Well foundation is a type in the D foundation. Okay. In the D foundation there are two parts. So first of all, shallow में कितना है? Isolated है. Wall footing है. Then continuous footing है. Okay. Then rectangular combined footing है. Then mat footing है. That will come. 5 will come under the shallow foundation. In the D foundation, there are two parts. One is pile foundation and one more is well foundation. Okay, these are the. So next, coming to the green buildings. So before going for the green buildings, we will dictate some points. What are the points that you have taken in your last class? Window was over. All of you open your notes. One more thing. How was your IAC? IAC 2. Was it good? कैसे था क्वेश्चंस? Easy था. Yes, all of you. Just a minute. Yes. In the last class, which point you have taken, all of you? Can you tell me? In your notebook, which point you have taken?
Window.
Yes, loudly.
Window.
Window, is it completed?
Completed.
Okay. Window, fourth one completed. Okay. Next one, read on. Window sill. Window sill. Fifth one, window sill. It is provided. It is provided below the windows. It is provided below the windows. Then functions. Functions. To provide uniform surface. To provide uniform surface. Uniform surface and support support to window. To provide uniform surface and support to window. Next, to protect top of the wall. To protect top of the wall from wear and tear. From wear and tear. Wear and tear. Next, materials. Materials used. Materials used. Stone slab. Stone slab. Next, cement. Cement. Cement concrete. Cement concrete. Have you written? Can I go for next slide? Okay. Window sill matlab this is window hai na? This is window. So below this one, whatever is there. Okay. So this is your sill part. Okay. It is made up of stone slab or it is cement concrete slab. Next, sixth one. Lintel. 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 These are provided. These are provided over the doors and windows. Over the doors and windows. Next, functions. Functions. It supports. It supports. It supports the load and wall. It supports the load and wall above the opening. Above the opening. It supports the load and wall above the opening. Since the frame of the door, since the frame of the door or window is not strong, enough, not strong enough to take the load. To take the load. Okay, so whatever is there over the windows and doors ऊपर जो है ना इसके ऊपर वॉल आते रहते इधर. Okay, वॉल का लोड डोर के ऊपर नहीं आने का इसके लिए लिंटल प्रोवाइड करते हैं. That lintel will distribute this wall to the adjacent walls. Correct? It is materials timber or and RCC. Timber and RCC. Is it over, all of you?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Seventh one. Whether shade, whether shared, whether shade or chajja, or chajja. Have you written the cross section of the building? मैंने बोला था last class में. You have to draw the cross section. हाँ? पेज छोड़ा था ना सब लोग? हाँ. You have to एक बार draw कर दो. Yes, all of you. Have you written the cross section? Cross section करने के लिए बोला था ना मैंने. You have to draw that one. When I see the check the your notebook, no, at that time that should be complete. नहीं तो मैंने check नहीं करते देखो. Okay, next. These are projections over the doors and windows. लिखे क्या पूरा? These are projections over the doors and windows. Projections over the doors and windows. Next, functions. This function is very important. Definition and function are important. Chajaka. Function. Protection against sun. Protection against sun. Rain. Frost, etc. Dam diagram. क्या पूछा था वो? डैम का है ना? हाँ, डैम का को ऐसे कंस्ट्रक्शन क्रॉस सेक्शन करने का, वो पूरा मार्क करने का. ओनली ड्रा नीट स्केच पूछा था ना. हाँ, दैट्स ऑल. Yes, how was your IAC paper, all of you? Yes, how was your IAC paper? Anyone, concrete? No? Upstream, downstream, सब heel. Okay. Anyone, cross section of the dams. Yes, कैसे किया IAC पेपर आप लोग? नो रिस्पॉन्स. हमको कुछ मत पूछो सर. हाँ, ओके. व्हेन यू कम टू द ऑफलाइन क्लास ना, तभी मैं देखेंगे. हाँ, हम देखेंगे, बात करते हैं तभी. मटेरियल्स आर आरसीसी. नो 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 नो. नहीं, देखो जब मतलब वाल से बाहर आते हैं वो. हाँ, ऐसे टिम्बर कर रहे थे क्या? हाँ, विंडो के कड़पा टाइप. देखिए क्या मे रहते हो, बट मैक्सिमम इट इज मेड अप ऑफ आरसीसी ओनली. आरसीसी इज कंप्लीटेड, ऑल ऑफ यू?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
यस. कैसे किया आईएससी पेपर्स? मैंने आईएससी के बारे में पूछ रहे हैं, आप लोग रिस्पॉन्स नहीं कर रहे. इज इट डिफिकल्ट? वाज इट डिफिकल्ट? इजी था ना? ओके. सी, आप लोग रिस्पॉन्स दिए तो हमको भी अच्छा होता ना, थोड़ा बात करने के लिए. Then teachers and students will get interacted. Then there is a real friendship, or we can build a relationship like this. If you are not able to speak, means it should not be one-way communication. It should be a two-way communication. Okay. Next point is floor. It is a part of the building. It is a part of the building over which the occupant live, move. Next point. For immediately above the ground, is called as ground floor. Other floors above this floor other floors above these floors are called as first floor, second floor, etc. First floor, second floor, etc. Then functions of the functions. It divides the building at different levels. It divides building at different levels. Provides more accommodation in limited space. Types and materials. Muram, Shahabad, granite, marble, tandoor, tiled actually. Okay, एक ही word है. Tandoor tiled. Mosaic floors. एक बार सेंटेंस पढ़ो. Types of and materials. सेंटेंस पढ़िए. Yes, online people. एक बार पढ़िए. What you have written? Yes.
Moram, Shabad, Brentil, Marble, Tinder, Tiled, Mosaic.
Okay. Muram, Shahabad, granite, marble, tandoor, tiled, mosaic floor. Okay, these are the first time you are coming across this type of words, correct ना? इसके पहले आपको पता नहीं था, सुना है था, but शाहबाद सुना था. Okay, granite, marble, tandoor. Okay, these are the types. Next types of floors. Next one is beam. Yes, read on the beams. These are horizontal structural members of a building. Then function. To support the walls, floors. To support the floors and transfer their loads to the columns. Then materials. Timber, steel, RCC. In the steel structure, the beams are made up of purely steel only. In our regular construction, the beams are made up of RCC. Then types में क्या आ रहा था? Simply supported beam, fixed beam, cantilever beam, continuous beams. These are the types of beams. Completed? I will take the attendance. I'll give one more slide for it. Okay. All of you, can I go for next point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All of you ready on this point? तब तक मैंने attendance ले लूंगा. रोल नंबर 3. फर्स्ट क्लास है क्या आपका? मेरे इधर और एक फ्रेंड आए थे ना आपका, वो कहाँ गए? ऐसे क्या? आपका नाम क्या है? नाम दीपाली. 4 present. Roll number 6. 8. 11. 11. 12. 16. 21. 21. 32. हाँ नहीं तुम्हारा 32 है ना? हाँ क्या है? 21 है क्या? ओके 25. 25. 32. 32. 36. 36. 37. 37. 42. 42. 50, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 50, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 53, 54, 55, 56, 56, 59, 62, 62 last, 63 last, 62 last. Okay, absent numbers 11, 12, 16, 25, 37, 53, 54, 56, 59, 62. These are the absent numbers. Okay, have you written slab? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next. स्लैब का ओके ये क्या है था? इट इज हॉरिजॉन्टल फंक्शन ऑफ मटेरियल बट ये भी सेम है. ओके रूफ रेड ऑन द रूफ. रूफ इज द टॉप मोस्ट. फोल्ड करके रखे थे क्या अंदर? हाँ जाने के लिए सोच रहे थे. ओके ये स्टॉप करेंगे इस स्लाइड को. इट इज द टॉप मोस्ट पार्ट ऑफ द बिल्डिंग. Topmost part of the building. Then function protect against the sun, wind, rain, snow. Protect against sun, wind, rain, snow. Then materials. Materials country tiles, Mangalore tiles, asbestos sheets, iron sheets, RCC. Then types flat, pitched, sloping, curved. Okay, so this parapet we will take in the next class. Okay. Okay, we'll stop now, all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll continue in the next class. Okay.